Hello, hello, and we're back. We're gonna pick up where we left off with Goldeneye. Play the bunker. What are the two things I have to do? I think there's more than two things. Um, Today we're gonna be talking about child sports slash child custody. Um, we have to copy the Goldeneye key and photograph the main video screen. That's fine. But the one thing I will say is I'm kind of gonna start modifying. Oh shoot. The the way the videos are done with just doing um two episodes of James, with doing two levels of James, and then doing the theory towards the end of the second one. And there it is. You just didn't notice me here shooting. There we go. There's no security cameras in here. Oh, there's one. Pretty sure I probably set off the alarm at this point, but whatever. Um, Oof. Shot from behind. We'll talk more about the subject itself towards the end of the video. That way I'm not umming and ahhing the whole time, sounding like an idiot. That'd make me feel better. Wow, you literally just shot at me and hit nothing. There is no camera in here. Means I didn't walk into that. And we got all that taken care of. I believe down here is the, yeah. Oh, good. You're all done. Now, where is... Oh, there you are. You just need to sit down. We were both missing that one, man. Now, where did the Goldeneye key go? There it is. You gotta go into this. Key analyzer. And then you gotta throw it so that it can be left here. And then we need a camera. And there we go. All done. Very nice. Anyway, like I was saying, we'll talk about that towards the end of the episode. These levels aren't very long. No alarms. Don't. Oh, fire hurt. We don't. That way, I'm not zooming it on, and it works that way better. These levels aren't very long, and we can get through them very quickly, and uh, then talk about everything we want to talk about at the end. Oh, this one, this silo. So we're gonna go really fast through this one. I'm not gonna stop for too much. as I recall. Because this is the one where you get, there's another cheat through here. But you have to move insanely quick. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ooh, we went the wrong way. Well, that just went out the window. I can't navigate. Okay. Oh. Man, I am doing bad. Nope, went the wrong way. Gotta go to the right. At least I think it might be on Secret Agent I have to do it on. There we go. Leave that. Go up the stairs. Come on. Why are you kneeling down? Perv. Ow! Why are there so many people in one spot? Goodness gracious. I must have set off an alarm. There it is. Okay, that was the right one. There it is. That. Had to get him to drop it. Hmm. There it is. Key card. Should almost be done with this level, so we're going to start talking about it this now. Yep, wrong way. Always go right. Where I was thinking. Woo. Oh, right in the head. Thanks, guys. I forgot. Satellite and minimize science. Oh. I don't think I killed any scientists today. Come on, Oromov. I think he got away. Down, 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 down. So, child support. We've got a good 10 minutes to talk about this. So, one of the things that is we're going to talk about, yeah, so the target time we wanted 3 minutes. So, we'll have to go back and do that again if we've got some time. So, um, it's child support and child custody. Now, right now, child custody is based off of the best interest of the child. That is the majority of states that are doing it. Not all. And we could talk about the two. There's one right now that has changed best interest of the child to 50-50 custody. So no longer and that's Kentucky. No longer when you go before a Kentucky court do you get the best interest of the child. You get 50-50 custody as the standard. That's where they start from, and then they move from there. Whereas most other states have some kind of best interest of the child at work, which fundamentally needs to be reformed because it is not in the best interest of the child to have a court decide where he's staying, where they are staying. And the reason why is because all the studies have shown that it breeds resentment amongst the parents when they feel like they don't have a say in child custody. It kind of hurts the child themselves, the children, um, and it also kind of ramps up um, one parent's ability to alienate the child from the other parent, because if you're with one parent 2 weekends out of the 1 month plus 4 Wednesdays or whatever, but you're with the other parent the rest of the time out of the month, it's very easy to start putting ideas into their head, and it makes it much harder. And there's quite a few YouTube videos that show that off and show how easy it is to have a child that's 7 or 8 year old suddenly start hating the non-custodial parent. It's really, really is easy, and we 50-50 custody gives that less of a chance. You usually do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Those 2 weeks with you give you a chance to have a bond with the child and know what a routine is, know what's expected of them at the house, at each house, and gives you more time to interact with the other parent and find out where you're setting boundaries, because you'll have them so much time that you have to start doing that. Um, the biggest problem that comes out of child custody and child support um, that needs to be reformed is, and depending on I've there's a lot of YouTube videos. I've helped a lot of fathers fill out paperwork and such. The courts, for some reason, have a really low opinion of men, and I shouldn't say for some reason. It's kind of something that was earned, but it was earned by previous generations. Millennials and Gen Zs dads are very much, statistically very much wanting to be in the life of their children. Um, one video I watched, the mom wanted they had 50-50 custody, but the mom wanted full custody. She wanted to change it around to where he only had I believe it was a daughter on the weekends, and one of the things that she used as a way to um, show that he shouldn't have 50-50 custody is that the daughter was left with the grandmother a lot of times when it was his turn for custody, which was not fair. The reason why she could take care of the child was she worked at a school. So she worked school hours. So she left school with her daughter, basically. She was not a teacher. So she, she was basically out of there fairly, fairly around when the daughter was. Whereas the ex husband worked a different job. I don't remember what he worked, but he did not work a job that was out when school was out. So the grandmother was taking up, and the judge called him a bad father, and it was like, that's not a bad father. That's a father that's still out there with a job so he can pay child support. Does he spend every second with the child? No. But at least the child is with someone that is known to the child likes, and the child is being taken. We know the child is being taken care of. There's no, you know, abuse or neglect allegations before the court. So that's not, like it's not like the child's with the grandmother all day, every day. It's just with her when he's at work. And it wasn't really fair. But a lot of courts, because of past generations and what has gone down with that, it's very, very against men in the courtroom. They really do tear them down, and it needs to be a reform. Um, that these people need workplace training, or they need to be cycled in and out. It's not fair to anyone involved for people who are supposed to be nonpartisan to come in with a partisan view against someone. That is a killer shot to a court, to know to be biased. And these courts in particular that deal with child custody need uh, to remember that their non-bias is their biggest uh, weapon in this, and you can see so heavily. And I think one of the best things that's happened since 2020 is just the ability to see court recordings online, and a lot of people have started seeing it, and there's been a lot of outrage, which is good. Um, we, what is others? I hit head, body, limb, others. What other? I hit other 5 times. What, the hat? Maybe. Well, we'll see. But yeah, we should be centrally along those lines, especially with a lot of states. Ohio has a bill that is going to try to change the outlook on uh, best interest of the child, moving it towards 50-50 custody. Now, I feel like compared to what I've seen, uh, the bill compared to the bill that Kentucky put forward, it's rather watered down, and does not have as good of a does not have as good as a desired outcome as you would want in the bills, but at least they are trying. Did he kneel down? Yes, he kneeled down. You're in the way. We're just run shotting this. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. Ugh. Ugh. Not good. Oof. Blew that up. Blew that up. Get the. There we go. Whoosh. Excuse us. Oh no. Where's the key card? There's the key card. Um, yeah, so there's been a lot of stuff that's come out. I think Ohio's bill is fairly watered down compared to Kentucky's. Um, and I don't think it'll be as useful. But at least they're trying to move the pendulum to a 50-50. Ow, 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 ow. Do you have it? Key card. Excuse me, coming through. Got a package, people. Um, but at least there's some movement on that front, and as uh, it's not as ah, it's not as oop, just shot that doctor in his face. It's not as I would say uh left behind as it once was. Get out of the way. Oh my god. Get out of the way. Just slinging guns. There we go. And that unfortunately is the way child support is going. I think most of the what did we get it? Did we get it? Did we get it? Did we get it? No, 25 seconds. Oh dear. Anyway, anyway, and that's unfortunately the way it's going is I'm sorry, I'm going to try one more time to get this cheat. The cheat code is at 3 minutes. Come on. Go 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 go. Go 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 go. I don't like the fact that when you get shot, it like springboards you across the board. Boop, 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 boop. No, not the stairs. My worst enemy. Anyway, that unfortunately is how a lot of the well, no, that's fortunate that a lot of child custody is moving that way, and it's moving towards having 50-50. I know a couple of states were moving towards. Open the door. Don't kneel down. I don't want to hit you in the face. All right, who's got the key card? Thank you. I don't like you get shot. You end up halfway across the room. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. It is hard to control some of this stuff. I can't even see when I get shot sometimes. Especially when those guys kneel down. It takes up so much time. There's the key card. Idiot. Idiot. What did you blow up? No way I'm going to get it this time either. Come on. Heading towards the end. Heading towards the end. Heading towards the end. But I mean, it is a relief for a lot of dads, I think. And a lot of people that are on child support, or well, that are involved with child custody cases, that we're moving towards such a thing. I don't know if that counted. God, why is the door closed on me? Open. Probably didn't get it that time either. Oh, I didn't take the photograph. Oh, I was still 6 seconds late. Anyway, that's kind of how child support or child custody is going. Child support's a whole nother matter. Um, right now, we're still on calculated child support. You could go on pretty much Google, ChatGPT, whatever, and find your state's calculation for your child support. Some of them are quite amazing. What you do, what is coming though, is depending on the state, if you're on 50-50 custody, your child support gets reduced and it might even go to zero, depending on your state. That is really depending. You need to seek out a legal advice on your state to figure it out. I believe Kentucky's one of Kentucky's big thing is not only did they move to 50-50, if you are on 50-50, nobody pays child support. And that was also something I wanted to address from last video. Spousal support takes into account that child custody and child care. At this point, if we start moving to 50-50 custody, which it looks like we'll be moving towards, we really need to eliminate that value, because if you have, well, right now, you've chosen that. You chose to have, right now, before 50-50 custody, you've chosen that because 50-50 custody is on the board everywhere. Everyone knows about 50-50. It's just not it's not something that the courts are bound by with it, outside of a couple, one, maybe two states. So if you're getting alimony based off of that calculation, when you yourself have chosen to take on a larger burden for childcare, that seems like a miscalculation on the court's part. But um, child support might go away in the next 10 years, depending on how we do 50-50 custody. A lot of feminist groups have kind of clapped back at it, saying that it's keeping women from leaving abusive relationships. But one of the stipulations in the 50-50 custody is you have to have substantiated claims of abuse or neglect. And that's kind of a big, that's kind of a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing a sudden rise in abuse claims in Kentucky over the next 5 years, but we'll see how it works out. It's new. I think it's only been in effect for a couple of years now. But they have seen the divorce rate in Kentucky plummet right after the passing of that bill. Just interesting enough. We can talk more about child custody, but the next video, I think I'm going to switch off of domestic relations and go to some real estate kind of stuff, like adverse possession. So, but we'll see. I know adverse possession will probably be the next one, and then we might do some Supreme Court standards: reasonable standard, intermediate standard, and strict scrutiny. Well, it's reasonable scrutiny, intermediate scrutiny, and strict scrutiny, the three big ones. So we might try to do that one 2 videos from now, but we'll see. But for that, this is Jack the Noob, just getting a little bit better each day. Have a good night.